Hi guys, it's Patrick here from the 50 Names a Day Plan and Explaining Internet Marketing. I want to give you a little update today, a little video tip about Safe Swaps for those of you that are using it or considering using it. It's something I've recommended in the 50 Names a Day Plan, and I see a lot of people have signed up, but I also see a lot of people don't really get started. And I wanted to kind of get you through the learning curve, at least to get going. If you have signed up, great. If not, there's a link underneath here, and you're going to take you to this page to sign up. And you just put in a name, email address, and password. It'll have to be a valid email address, and you'll have to confirm it. And once you do that, and I'm finding this is an area where a lot of people kind of stop. They offer you the opportunity to upgrade and go to to activate your account. Now, I'm not actually telling you to do that. But what if you don't do it, I want to take you to what the next step would be. Now, before I go on, though, it's kind of funny how they say it. You get access to a measly 5% of the functions. Well, there are a lot of functions in the system, and it is a great value. And this will tell you what you can do with a free account and what you can't do with a free account. Okay, so as in any business, they can't operate and do everything they want for free, but they offer great value, and I do recommend it. But I'm not here to sell you that today, but that just know that that information is there. And if you stay with the free one, it will pop up windows periodically to tell you that and or recommend it, or it'll even block some levels of functionality. Now, one of the areas where I think people are getting stuck is the system when you set up an account. Now, what I've done, this is just a dummy account I've created today, so for this demonstration, and I'll delete it when I'm done. It immediately sets up, once you've set up your user ID and password and name, it immediately takes you to a screen that asks you for your, it's not asking for PayPal immediately, but it is asking for list size, swipe, text, and subject. And I'm wondering if a lot of people that are new just don't know what to do at that point because they don't have one, especially people that are brand new to list building. So what I'm recommending, just so you can get in and explore, once you've set up your account, just throw in a number here in a list size, throw in some words as your subject, and some words, like here I put test as my swipe text, and then it'll need a link as well in that swipe text, because any swipe file naturally will have a link that if people will click on, and they track those links. So all I'm suggesting here is just do this so that at least you get beyond your setup and you can get into the system. Okay? Put something in there, and here's the window. This will pop up periodically while you're on guest status or the non-paid status. Okay? But to look around, clearly do so, and then make a decision whether you want to use it or not. Now, once you've done that, assuming you're fairly new to list building, you'll hopefully actually create a real swipe text file. That'll be an email that will go out when you purchase a solo ad or book an ad swap with a swap partner. So you'll create a real email that will go here with a real good subject line, and we get more into that in my training coming up, in fact, the new course that I'm creating. But you're going to want to create the real thing here, and then you're going to want to either purchase a solo ad or purchase or do an ad swap with a swap partner. So the next thing you would do once you've created all that, and I do recommend you fill in the About Me section and the niche you're in, and I'm not sure, maybe the free version doesn't allow it, but you can put a picture of yourself and things like that on your account. You'll maybe want to go into the forum and introduce yourself in the forum. Go into the main forum here and just introduce yourself. Put in notes. There's a section in here somewhere in here about say hello. Find that and go in and say hello, because it's a bit of a kind of a social network to a certain respect, and you are really establishing partnerships and either partnerships or a vendor-client relationship with other people. So you're going to want to get known. You're going to want to kind of come in and comment on some of the topics that people are discussing and things like that as well. Then when you're at the stage of wanting to book an ad, you're going to probably want to book a low volume ad to start with. And why that is, and again this will pop up periodically, why you want to go low volume is you're going to want to check how effective your particular swipe email is. How many people will click on the link, and how many people will then subscribe to whatever you're offering, on your lead magnet. So you don't want to book 1,000 clicks and only have 10% of the people sign up, or you're paying a lot of money for each person that signs up. But if you're getting a 40 or 50% a 40 or 50% sign up rate, and I typically get that with mine, that's pretty effective. If you booked 100 and you're paying, typically for 100 it's about $30 here, 30 or 40. And I'm getting half of my 100 sign up. So I'm getting 50 names on my list for about $30. And I can recoup that money fairly quickly. I can partially recoup it, or even possibly completely recoup it with a one-time offer that is valuable and a good tool for people, or a good service, or an add-on, whatever it could be of an extension to your lead magnet. Or I can recoup it in my ongoing email marketing and so forth. But spending $30 to get 30 or 40 people on a list is very effective, because think of it, you're not spending any time at it. You're not diddling around with tools all day long, or blog posts, or all the things in your blog, and SEO and backlinking and all that stuff. You're basically, once your lead magnet is done, you're buying an ad for $30 and adding 30 or 40 or 50 people to your list. So I find it incredibly effective. Now, what I really want to get into here though is how to select. There's a lot of vendors. There's 5 pages that are selling up to 100 clicks. There's 3 pages of people, and I think there's about 20 on a page, selling up to 300 clicks, and there's 4 pages of people selling up to, I think so the highest is 2,000 clicks. So you can really spend a lot of money, but you can get a huge number of people on the list quickly. So depending on your budget, you decide what you have to do to get to go forward. And once you've done your testing and done some low volume ones, especially if you're getting to the point that your ad is almost paying for itself when you run it, then you can go wild, and buy 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever. Okay, but initially you're going to want to go small to do some testing. So how do you select one of these people? Well, first of all, SafeSwaps itself has built in kind of like a search engine ranking. It has an algorithm to determine what order to present these people, and it's a combination of factors. Sometimes they all make sense, and sometimes you look and you don't get it, but in general they make sense. Basically, how reliable and how good the service has been for the people that have bought the service. In this case, there's 163 swaps. This is showing swaps, not solos, but when you click into that, you can see there was 160, well actually it is showing solos, it just didn't label it that way. There's 164 people have purchased from this particular person, and I'm not trying to center that person out, so I'll just scroll that up. But you can see here, this is the rankings. Now, I'm not too concerned about when somebody just clicks on that. The things I look at on this are this. I'm looking at the comments somebody has left, and I'm looking at how many were actually delivered. So over in this column, it's kind of grayed out here. This person bought 100 clicks from this person, but he delivered 111. Here, this person bought 100, he delivered 107. This person got 50 more clicks, so he really over-delivered. So you can take a look at that and see how many are they delivering, and especially look at the words, though, because I think that says a lot. Just having a thumbs up, crying, it's great, I'm not criticizing and that, but if I'm really happy when I make a purchase here, I don't mind promoting that person by giving them a great comment. And I think that's the way most people deal with this as well. So that said, really have a good look and then select and make your purchase. And then what you want to do when you want to purchase from that person, you buy a solo, and then you'll, in this case, remember I only had that one test swipe, but you'll have your real swipes there, and you can create multiple ones on the paid account. It gives you a click-through rate. It'll actually track this, how successful this ad has been for you in the past. So you can you gradually start using the ones that work better, and then you select. In this case, he's only offering 100 clicks for $30, but you select whatever volume they offer there and purchase it. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm going to send another video in the next day or two about ad swaps. Now, whether you do ad swaps or not, that's up to you. I only do ad swaps with my free list, and I don't do that many of them. But I'll explain more about that in the next video that I send out, because I've got some great tips about how you can do swaps with people that have much bigger lists than you and get great results. And I'll get into that in that video. Okay. So with that, I'm going to end this one. I hope that's been helpful. And if you sign up and are in the forum, feel free to say hello. See me on the inside. We may be able to do a swap together sometime as well. And I hope that's been helpful, though. Okay, all the best. Bye-bye.